What's going on, YouTube? Today I have another fruit related video for you all. This time this is a fruit tier list update where I have taken some notes right over here, and I'm going to make some adjustments to the original fruit tier list, the one that was as of March 1st. Now, I saw some people talk about where's March 2nd, where's March 3rd. Sorry about that. I had to take some time to not only jot down some notes, but just, catch up. So I think I have some good adjustments that I am excited to see in effect. Now, before we get into that, though, I have a kind of an announcement. Y'all blew up the first video that I'm putting right here. So, as a bit of a celebration, I have decided to make some merch. I have a sample with me right here. So basically what I got going on is I have all the tiers as they are, and then I have a specification at the bottom over here. This tier list is as of March 1st, 2025. Order is subject to change. Maybe this can be like a consistent merch line. You could get your favorite kind of period of fruit tier list, the one that speaks the most to you, or you can collect them all. So yeah, this is the merch. I'm excited for the future of it. It's not up for sale yet. I kind of just want to get a read as well to see if y'all are feeling it. If y'all are looking to grab it, then I can put this up as well. So just let me know. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this off. First note that I have is I think grapefruit is too high. I spoke very positively of it, and I still think very positively of it. I think it's a good fruit. However, just along the other ones in B tier, it didn't really speak to me very much. I didn't really think that it should have stayed there because I don't really eat grapefruit like that. That being said, it still is a good fruit. Like I said, all of these fruit are great. D, especially, they're fruit that I would eat for sure, but I don't go to the grocery store and get grapefruit, so I'm moving that down to C. Next up I have, okay, I made such a big deal about watermelon in my last tier list. As you can see, if we want to kind of recollect where it was at, watermelon is over there in S tier. I'm moving watermelon down to A tier. I don't know if it was just I was missing the summer, I was missing that vibe or whatever, but I decided to move that down. A tier has some legendary fruit in there as well, so I don't really think it's that much of a downgrade. But I have decided to move that down. Next, cantaloupe I thought was a little bit too high. That being said, I do love cantaloupe, and in an instance, I would kind of prefer cantaloupe over honeydew. However, with that being said, I'm moving it down to B for that reason of honeydew. I feel like cantaloupe and honeydew have like a yin and yang sort of situation, Mario and Luigi. And I think that contrast is really important, and they go really well kind of side by side. And just because cantaloupe might be a little bit more flavorful and I might prefer the texture, I think that doesn't mean that it should be in a full tier above. So I'm moving cantaloupe down to B tier. Apple, too low. Now, as you can see over here, I have apples at the top of B tier. But I think I'm going to go ahead and move that up to A. I know it's a very common fruit, very popular fruit, but that is one of my go-to grocery store fruit, in the same camp as oranges as well. So I think it's worth moving that up and to be alongside some of these other good ones like oranges, pineapple and stuff like that. Next item I have is more so an update, no impact to the list for this specific thing, but I just got to mention another aspect of the S tier fruit, mango, dried mangoes. Natter of Nat's Falafel fame put me onto the Costco brand dried mangoes. I love all dried mangoes. However, they come in two varieties essentially, one with the added sugar and one without. The one with added sugar is the more common one. You see those more frequently in stores. It's basically like they do a coating of sugar on the outside. So it has a little extra sugar texture, like sugar crystal texture. And of course, it makes it a little bit sweeter. But the old Costco ones were unsweetened. They didn't add any sugar on the outside. And you realize they did not need them. They were just as sweet. They scratched the itch that you needed. They have their own really distinct, really good texture. Now, that being said, I have had other dried mangoes from other companies that are great, but just not as good as the Costco ones in particular. But Costco is getting rid, or they have already gotten rid of the no sugar ones. Now the dried mangoes at Costco all have sugar on them. So this is 1984 Orson Welles. If you haven't read it, read that book and you'll see the comparison there. Next up, I have guava. No adjustment being made to the tier list for that. I just wanted to point out that, I don't know, just revisiting it and thinking about it, it felt like a microaggression. It felt like I was targeting guava. I feel like there's a lot of like history in that fruit. And honestly, it's just a fruit that I'm not that familiar with. So that is really my wrongdoing. And I may consider that fruit for a future fruit reconsideration video, where I might conduct a future fruit reconsiderations to see if they move up and down the list, depending on my experience in that moment. So be on the lookout for that as well. Next up, the lemon lime controversy. Everybody was knocking on my door about this. Basically, everybody thought it was too low. As y'all can see, I went ahead and lemon lime was in fact in D tier. Now, let me reiterate, this tier list is for all aspects of the fruit. This is an all-encompassing tier list. So this does include baking and cooking and that sort of stuff. So that's where I realized lemon and lime were a little bit too low, because I do really enjoy them in food and they serve such great purpose in cooking and baking. So I'm going to go ahead and move those up to C tier. Now, why C tier but not like a B tier sort of situation? And that's because even though I did mention that this is an overall tier list, there's weights to the uses of these fruit. And I probably most highly weigh just eating it straight on my tier list. So even though this is an overall tier list, I'm only moving it up to C and not higher, just because those are both, who's taking a bite out of a lemon or a lime, that sort of thing. So no, I'm going to be having that at C tier. Next, figs, plums, and nectarines. I'm added the S this time. If you don't get that reference, go ahead and go to my reaction video. I'll post the screenshot right over there, where I kind of get into the nitty gritty of that. That's a little inside joke with the Avid fruit community. But figs, plums, and nectarines, I am moving down to C tier for kind of the same reason that I moved grapefruit down. I like those fruit a lot. I'm never getting them. I am never going for them. And it may be because I have been told that nectarines aren't as nutritionally dense as a lot of other fruit on this list. And same thing as plums. But, I mean, you know, I never really need them as much as I need other fruit. I love a peach, but nectarine, I'm never going for a nectarine. But when I eat it, I love it. When I eat it, I love it. I love a nectarine. When I eat it, I love it. I love a plum. When I eat it, I love it. I love a fig. But I am putting that in the C tier. Now, final note for the list is I am actually going to be doing another division. So as I mentioned in the previous video, I went ahead and I split up yellow dragon fruit and red dragon fruit. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with kiwi. Green and golden kiwi to me are very, very different. Golden kiwi is so much sweeter, so much more delicious. The hair is less annoying on it. So I am going to split those up, and green kiwi I will be putting at B, and golden kiwi I will be keeping at A. Yeah, golden kiwi I'll be keeping at A. Just, still both grapefruit, but golden kiwi is just so much better, and I think I need to make that distinction for those of you that might feel like, oh, kiwi's whatever, right? I've never had a golden kiwi, but kiwi's cool. No, have a golden kiwi and you might have this distinction on your tier list as well. So this is it. This list that I have over here is basically the cohesive list as of March 10th, Mario Day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if there's any other adjustments y'all think should be made. If y'all have any more qualms, hit my line, that sort of stuff. I loved all of the comments in the first video. I didn't interact with all of them because I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to aura farm. But I loved all those comments, so keep them coming. And thank you guys for all of the love and support. You know, I liked my Drake lemon lime comment from last video, but for this one I'll say, if you reach the end of the video, say, hey man, don't sweat it, I also can't spell cantaloupe, just so I could have that support and foster that community of people, and that I'm not a dumb idiot. Again, thank you guys for everything. Let me know what y'all think of the merch. Let me know if y'all want some of this, and I can get it going. So let me know. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bro fist.